Today I want to talk to you about the critical moment, the key moment during conflict with your husband, or really conflict with just about anyone, your mother-in-law, your sister, whoever. There's this key moment where you feel like that adrenaline spike where you're just like, and your nostrils might flare a little bit because, it's just like, oh, you're really irritated. And at this moment is when the explosion can begin, right? Like maybe your husband says something snarky to you and you just let him have it. Or he does something like, he says something super irritating in the middle of this conflict, this argument, and you're just like, the shrew comes out and you let him have it because he deserves it. Or maybe you're a conflict avoider. And so at the critical moment where you feel that adrenaline surge, you actually just tamp it down, like that's really going to work, and you stuff it and try to sweep it under the rug and just walk away. And actually, none of these techniques work extremely well. Have you ever noticed that? If you allow your temper to take over and just lash out at your husband because he said something irritating or rude or whatever, you usually will end up regretting that later, right? Am I not right? And if you're a conflict avoider and a stuffer, that doesn't work well either because you stuff the thing, you walk away, you pretend like it never happened, and what happens then is resentment starts building and building and building and building over the course of weeks and months and even years, and then boom, the marriage blows completely apart. So how about at that critical moment, that key moment when you feel that adrenaline surge, how about if you do this? You pause. You just pause. You might even walk away for a moment, walk out of the room for a moment. You might even say, you know what, I just need to gather my thoughts for a second. And during that moment, that critical pause, you consult the Holy Spirit. You say, Lord, how do you want me to handle this? How do you want me to handle this? I know He'll immediately give you guidance if you'll just listen during that moment, and you'll probably re-engage in a calmer way. This is the essence of Proverbs 12:18. The tongue of the reckless pierces like a sword. Reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Let's bring healing to the relationship by pausing, consulting the Holy Spirit, and then re-engaging.